again. Now I would like to request Dr. Abiha Zahra, who is Assistant Professor at the Department of Governance and Global Studies, Information Technology University, Lahore, to share her experience of Je Monnet module for a project titled Je Monnet Modules on Governance and Policy. Over to you, Dr. Saiba.
Okay, I think I was mute earlier.
Yes, now we
Okay,
can
sorry.
hear you.
So, Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Thank you so much, Kashif Saab, for inviting me to talk about our project on Yomone modules. And thanks to Dr. Riaz for beginning the Yomone discussion, Yomone actions. And it's really wonderful that I recently got to know Dr. Riaz, got the chair for the second time. So it's really encouraging for each one of us to think about applying and actually learning the tips from him, that how he's doing so well, and mashallah his project scored so well in the wider among the wider audience internationally, which is like really excellent for each one of us in Pakistan. So I think most of the things I've been listening since morning, most of the things have been discussed. Some of the colleagues have actually ran you through the portal as well, which is really nice. In almost all of these projects, the portal kind of works the same way. It's not different. Everything is same. It's just that even I was looking at the fact that application is also the same. It's just that you have to focus what you are applying on. So we got this Yomone modules together with two of my other colleagues, Dr. Yaqub Khan Bangash. He is the Dean of Faculty of Humanities and Social Sciences. I am Dr. Abiha Zahra. I am heading Department of Governance and Global Studies at ITU. And our third colleague is Dr. Khurram Bhatti. He is he's associate professor at the Computer Sciences Department of ITU Sciences. So I think since most of the things are discussed, so I'll just focus briefly on the key points that could be helpful with the modules. First of all, as Dr. Riaz has mentioned, when you're working on modules, it's also very important to build a very strong team. And if you look at at the profiles of us three, we are actually all three of us are working in different disciplines. We have someone from sciences, we have another colleague from history, and I myself, I work in public administration. So our modules were named as Jean Monnet modules on governance and policy. So I'll run you through slightly. So modules are specifically focused on teaching, but you have to be clever when you are applying, because when they ask for one thing, you can always you can always pitch that you can do more than what has been asked for. So don't just stick to the teaching part. Always tell that you can do a lot more than that. We definitely do classroom teaching. That is the mandatory part. So our project, we pitched it as like classroom teaching, which means semester courses. Then we had summer courses, which also brings the audience from outside ITU. It means the reach of the project is increasing, and we're also bringing in people from other universities. They're open to everyone in the country. And then we actually pitched that we'll be doing lots of policy dialogues. We'll be getting the reports out based on it, and then we'll be collaborating with other universities to create a wider impact in the society. So if I run you through our objectives, it was the first was obviously focused on the teaching, because the project, the modules are about that. So we pitched three semester courses and two summer courses. Every summer we'll give two summer courses, and three semester courses will be offered every year. And the three courses that we pitched were around federalism, public administration, reforms, and the other one was on climate change. So it was very comprehensive and it covers the key aspects from the project. Moving ahead, we also talked about academia and policy integration, where we bring in the policy dialogues, and we continuously do that. I'll let you know what we have been doing over the last 2 years. Then we also pitched the academia and civil service integration. We talk to more practitioners. We bring them together. We focus on the learnings from the EU, what we have learned, what is there, and what are we doing. So trying to bring the two things together. Everything else is same as everyone else has been telling. So I'm not going to tell you in detail. They always ask for indicators, expected results, unit of measurement, and the baseline value. So, I mean, you can actually see that what is the baseline value, how can they access that if you have done that or not. So for each objective and work package, you have to do it individually. Then one of our colleagues, he does Think Fest in Lahore and Karachi. It is a literature festival. They were already collaborating with EU on a couple of things. So we also do panels on Think Fest, which are in collaboration with other EU speakers, which was also for a wider audience, so increasing the reach. Then we also promised that we'll be writing 3 papers, 1 paper each of us. So it goes way beyond what has been asked for, a little more effort, and that obviously helps with winning the projects. Okay, and then outreach to other universities. This is still on the agenda. One part of it, we have to do a course development workshop, which we are going to do it hopefully very soon. And then we have to do some cooperative programs with Monnet chair at Naval. I was there at Naval 2 weeks ago, but we continue to do further collaborative events hopefully soon.
Yeah.
So I'll go to the experience of writing a proposal. I think the key is that you bring in collaborations, and we should actually go out of our offices, talk to other people, what they are doing. For example, I am from social sciences, I do public administration, but there are so many people in sciences, hardcore sciences, who are doing climate change, for example, but they don't know how to link it with the policy. What is the what does their scientific research means for the policy. We work together, we talk about it, and then when we write the proposal, we were writing the proposal, we're actually trying to pitch that how hardcore science and policy can be linked together. And then we also brought in the flavor of history. So a collaboration across disciplines is very important. We miss that in our universities. We usually don't know what are the other departments doing, what are the people doing. So I think every university should actually be doing more colloquiums among the faculty members, so we get to know what others are doing and what is there for us. And usually we have to find out what is there for us. A science person will not tell you what is there for a public policy or public ad person. You have to figure out, okay, what this research means for me. So I think we as social science persons should actually go forward and talk to them, and sciences people should actually be more open in talking to other disciplines, so that social sciences and hardcore sciences can work together and do much better than we are actually doing without. So, and also focus on existing strengths, focus on what you already have. So I did my PhD from Europe, from KU Leuven. I had like very good links there. So I could easily bring in so many speakers. There were like so many speakers in our short courses, in our classrooms. And then one of my other colleague, he also did his PhD from France. So we could pitch in. Then ThinkFest is happening already in collaboration with EU. So like try to focus on what you already have and how you sell your strengths. And then long-term planning, sustainability of the project is very important. You bring in the modules, you say we're going to teach these courses, but you really have to focus on what is there for the future, how it will impact the wider audience, and for the long term, what is it? And then you bring it all together. While working for Erasmus Plus projects, it's usually challenging. As you have seen the portal, there are so many things that you have to do. there's a long bureaucratic process, even after shortlisting as well. But you have to be patient, and consistency is the key. Even when when it is announced that you are shortlisted, there's so much that still has to go through. You have to involve the university administration, and usually it takes very long. It took really long for us. It came back, not because of the project, but because of the more administrative work. So you really have to be consistent, and patience is the key with these Erasmus Plus projects. So this is kind of the implementation plan that we pitched, that what are we going to do yearly. So you can also make some similar kind of things. So it clearly shows how you are distributing your workload across the years. And now I'll focus on what we have already delivered. We do 2 summer courses at ITU. If I'll This is a good forum to talk about it. We are going to do local government, reforming local governments and federalism in the EU in the next summer as well. So other universities, people from other universities who are here, please encourage your students, your faculty members to join us for these summer courses. They are free of cost, and we have like so many EU speakers to actually talk about what are the governance lessons for all of us. Our students don't really know local governments because we haven't experienced that. So there's a lot to learn. And similar is the case for federalism. So please keep having a look at what we are doing. You can actually see it at the Facebook page of ITU, Information Technology University. So this was one of the course that we offered earlier. This was the program. You'll get the slides and you can go through it, how it was. For most of the classes, we had European plus local speakers, always a local expert who was mostly a practitioner, because academics are already there. It is based in a university, so we try to bring in more practitioners. And then people from EU to like really extract the lessons, what we have from there. Then we do policy dialogues very frequently, and that too in collaboration with the government departments to increase the impact. We did one on climate change, resilience and finance with the PND Punjab. So we had the opening by EU ambassador that talked about how EU is supporting climate action in Pakistan and what is the state of art. This is one of the pictures from there. It was very useful. We had this policy report out of it as well. If anyone is interested, we can always share that report. And then we did another one which was on citizen engagement in climate action, that brought together local governments and climate. So 2 parts of the project together. Here again, we had the local experts. Very recently, we did one with the local government and community development department at Civil Secretariat Lahore, which was on reforming local government's autonomy, performance, and citizen participation. It was also very timely since Local Government Act is already out, and we are going to do another consultation session on the Act. So these are the few pictures from there. Um, so, so there's the idea is that we have to pitch a lot more than just teaching, and to increase the impact of the overall teaching in the classrooms, because they might be interested in increasing the impact of EU outside our classrooms as well. That's the whole idea. These are the names of our semester courses that we are offering: environmental governance, public ad and institutional reforms, EU and the Federation. Then we also have 2 policy reports out. One of them is reforming local governments, and the other one is climate change, resilience, and financing. So this was something on what we have done, and how can you pitch your proposal better to make it more appealing for the people who are sitting there. We also have Twitter account. You can watch our activities. We're not very active there. We try to be active, but I think it was also a way to increase the outreach of the and impact of the project. So that's all from my side. If there's any question about your Monnet modules, you can always send an email, and I'll be happy to answer that. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Abiha Zahra. Thank you very much for sharing your experience. We can take a few questions. If there are any questions related to Monnet module. You can raise your hand in the Zoom link in the Zoom, and we can take your questions. So, is there anyone who want to know about Jean Monnet? Well, this section is very near and dear to European Union. So you should I mean you should take it up even if it's not as a chair. Universities are encouraged to take it up as one of the modules, maybe like Dr. Abiha talked about her module. So, are there any questions? If not, finally, we can have a break since we have been glued to the screens since 9:30 in the morning, and it will be a very good break for us, for me at least as well, because after that, there will be a session at 2 p.m. with a very special person. She is a key academic expert from the European Commission, and she is going to talk about how to find European Union partner HAIs. And she is also going to share tips and tricks about how to find, how to make a proposal about quality proposals. So stay tuned. We are going to be back at 2 p.m. So please join us then. Till then, we will have a break. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.